All right, testing, testing, testing. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, how's it going?
Good. Good to see you.
Good.
You want to take care of this for you again?
If you want to,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
up
I
to
don't mind.
you. All right. Thanks. All right, welcome back to the Sports Stable in Superior, Colorado for game 4 and our final game of the weekend in the Silver Sticks tournament. We will not be playing tomorrow. The boys get a day off this Thanksgiving holiday. I'm not sure what Monument has done in this tournament, but the Hawks 0-3. Hawks wearing white. Monument wearing, I don't know if that's black or navy blue. I can't remember what their colors are. I think it's navy blue. Refs trying to get organized here. Kellen, right, with his back to us. He's back in the lineup, fresh off of a vacation. Hopefully he's ready to play some hockey. Giveaway at the blue line by Rhett. Dumped in by Monument. But Rhett slams his guy into the boards, and now Zach comes away with it. Pokes it forward, taken away, but there's Kellen on the steal, but then poked off of his stick. He goes hard into the boards, getting his ice legs back under him. Rhett breaks up that attack. Here's Kellen with it again. Pokes that one down the wall, but poked off of his stick, and Monument takes it away and throws it out there center ice. Larry holds up, lets the Hawks get back on sides, but that's turned over, and here comes Monument back the other way. Makes a move at the center ice line, skates into the zone, poked off of his stick. Hawks take control, but poked away from Trace, and now slid towards the blue line, but not out. Monument still with it. Centering pass, good deflection right in front. And Sachin may have had to make a save, and that time he definitely had to make a save from the far circle. A couple of good early opportunities for Monument. Hawks winners in the only other meeting between these two teams this year. And that one deflected up towards the net and then pushed aside, and the Hawks have to clear it out of the way. And here comes the Hawks back the other way. It's Carson. He's got Colin on the other side, but poked off of his stick. Good defensive play. Finds Tyler, shot, save. Glove save. Tyler with the quick one-time wrister. Couldn't find the back of the net. Good save on the Hawks. I believe their first shot of the game. Carson to take this face off. Wins it to the near side. Tyler pokes that one along the boards. Interrupts that play. Spins around, tries to get it deep. Intercepted by Monument. They bring it out to the blue line, and it popped by Nolan's stick, and he's got to hustle to get back to it. It's a foot race. Nolan shoves his guy into the boards and is able to kind of take it away. But now Monument's still with it. Nolan takes it away again, though. and he will skate it back out through center. Loses it on the far side, but there's Carson trying to help him out. Now Nolan keeps it deep, and a good pass there finds Colin. He swings it to Tyler, a little behind him. He has to spin around. Centering pass, he didn't get all of that, and it goes into the corner. Still the Hawks with it, but broken up and flipped out to neutral. Nolan will have to hustle back again for this. Sent towards Sachin. He scoops that up easily. They don't blow it dead. They play it. No whistle. If there's no pressure, they want the players to keep playing. That's broken up. Tyler has to come back for it now. He's pushed into the boards, and that shot off of Sachin's leg and skips beside the net. I think that's Cole over in the corner with it. And here come the Hawks, another 2-on-1. Their second 2-on-1 so far, just barely onside. That's Kai with it. Shot, pad save, blocker save by the goalie. There's Christian with it. He makes a couple moves, centering pass, just misses Kai, and Monument sends it out to neutral. Here's Larry with it. Couple of good odd man rushes. Ilya, one touch pass to Bryden, who sends it towards the net. Settled down by the Monument goalie. Swept up towards the blue line, kept in by Larry, and he shoves it back deep. Centering pass by Christian, couldn't quite get through. I think we've got, good pass, good deflection, but cleared out of harm's way by Monument. Ilya knocks that one down, 3-on-2, back the other way. Slowly developing, and Ilya knocks that aside. Sachin stick save, pushed it to the far boards. And the Hawks take it back. This is Larry with it. Flips that up the boards. Kai with it, pokes that out to neutral and gets it back. Tries to get around the defender, and a good bounce finds Christian. Good pass by Kai to Christian, but a good save. Best opportunity of the game so far for the Hawks. Christian still working hard. Flips that one back into our offensive zone, but intercepted. And Monument will push it, try and get it deep. Can't do it. Hawks send it out to neutral, and now they'll get it deep, and they were offsides. They're going to put it at center ice. Trace to take the face off. Monument controls it. Rister goes wide of the net. Gets the rebound, but flips that one behind the net. Centering pass right into the slot. One-timer saved by Sachin. Good opportunity there from Monument. No Hawks in sight in the slot there. And he got a clean look. But Sachin up to the challenge. Here's Trace chasing this down into the corner. Meets the Monument guy, loses his footing. Centering pass, I think that's Kellen. He slides his guy into the board. Zach intercepts that. Christian now with it. Centering pass, didn't get all of that one, but Zach is there, puts it right back through the blue paint. But Hawks couldn't get to it. That shot towards the net doesn't get through, and it's cleared out to neutral. Nolan will have to go back and retrieve this. Nolan can't get all of that passing attempt, but now gets it to Trace. Good pass up to Zach, but just out of his reach, he shoves his guy down. And another Monument player swept off of his feet, gives Rhett time to chase it down, but he gets it taken away. Pass, good interception by Nolan, as there was a guy right behind him. Zach tries to get it out, and now does. Tyler, fresh off the bench, comes in to break that up momentarily, but now dumped in deep. Down to 8:16 left in the first period, still scoreless. Both teams with some good grade A opportunities. That's saved by Sachin, stick to side, but Monument steals it back. Another weak shot sent on goal. Sachin makes another save and pushes it into the corner. Monument still with the puck. Too many prime opportunities early for Monument. We're leaving open guys open. We're leaving guys open right in the middle of the ice. Now here's Colin with it. That pass deflects off of Tyler and a defenseman and in to the netting. Might have gone over the boards. Refs get another puck off the bench. Carson with this face-off. One over to the far side. Monument gets there first, pokes it ahead. They skate into the zone. Flips that one on net. Sachin smothers. 7:36 left in the first period. Monument wins the face-off. Pushes that one deep beside the net. Tyler with it along the board. Slides that one forward just out of reach of Carson. And here comes Monument again with it. Poked off his stick, but he gets it back. Good hustle play by the Monument player. And now there's going to be a penalty coming up on somebody. Interference on somebody, but I don't even know who this is going against. Maybe Carson. He's slowly going to the bench. I think Carson took his guy out. They're going to call him for interference. 7:18 left in the first period. First power play of the game goes to Monument. Face-off controlled by the Hawks, and here's a shorthanded opportunity. Christian with it, but Monument gets back on defense. Now Bryden helping out. Poked aside, and here comes Monument back the other way on the power play. Good step by Cole to break that up at the blue line. Comes back out to neutral. Now pushed in, but intercepted by the Hawks, but not out. Pushed towards the crease, but intercepted by Larry and shoved to the far boards. Monument with it again. They try and set up the power play here. That shot, and Sachin was screened. Sachin was screened on that play. I don't think he saw it. And it's 1-0 Monument with a power play goal. That's 4 power play goals we've given up in 2 games. Monument controls this off the face-off. Bryden hustling off after it. Helped out by Rhett. Now Rhett will try and sweep it aside, but he's taken out behind the net, and Bryden with it. Pushes it up to Kai. He pushes it on to Christian. Christian with a little speed, a 1-on-3. Sends that one towards the net, but just wide. Pushed aside by the goalie, and then Kai comes in. He's got a little hop in his step. Right into the slot. That shot, blocker save, and then bounced on top of the net and goes behind. Now Bryden sends that one behind the net. Christian will go retrieve it. Pressured in the corner. Bryden now pushes, or the defender from Monument pushes it aside. Kai gets it, sends it up to Ilya. He winds up a wrister, and then caught and frozen by the Monument goalie. 6:02 left in the first period. 1-0 Monument. Face-off won by the Hawks. Ilya, one-timer kick save at the last second to keep that one out of the goal. Trey centering pass right to Kellen. His shot saved. He's still fighting for it. And now Zach finds it, but he didn't get all of that. A stick from Monument got in the way at the last second to prevent that goal. A couple good opportunities. Ilya pushes that one deep again. Zach retrieves it, and he gets smothered out of the play. Centering pass by Trace got intercepted. Ilya stepping forward. He's having a good shift. Looking for a centering pass, wraps around the far side. Now throws it through the blue paint, comes through to the far side. Trace steps up, but deflects it. Kept in at the blue line momentarily by Ilya, but then pushed all the way down. Not enough steam here for an ice. They're going to wave it off. Ilya has to go get it. We're down to 5:15 left in the first period. 1-0 Monument. Good steal on the forecheck by Monument. Sachin standing tall on the post, keeps it out. Monument still with it. Centering pass, deflects off a skate, wide open skater, and Sachin had to make a blocker save to prevent that goal. Trace flips that one high in the air, out to neutral, and he'll go for a change. 2 Hawks off, 2 Hawks on, sent all the way down for an icing. 1-0 Monument, 4:48 left in the first period. Here's Carson on the face-off. Monument sends it all the way around. Tyler shoves his guy into the boards. Nolan keeps it at the blue line a couple times, but now it comes out, pushed out to neutral. Still fighting for it. Now comes all the way back, and Carson has to get it. He's shoved down from behind and goes hard into the boards. And Carson was not happy about that. Monument player is going to go to the box. That's a check from behind. They're going to give him a roughing call. Saying he checked him from behind. We'll get our first power play. Bryden will take this face off in our offensive zone, wins it. Now push back to Cole. He sends it across for Nolan. He winds up right into the chest of the Monument player, though. He gets it again, another chance off the skate of the Monument player. And now Monument will try and clear this, and they do. Out to neutral. Good hard check, but that's going to be a penalty on Christian. So a roughing call for them, a roughing call for us. So for 1 minute and 41 seconds, we'll have 4-on-4 hockey. I think that was Bryden on the face-off. It was. He wins it. Larry with the puck. A lot of open space here. 4-on-4 hockey. That one deflects out to neutral. Kai on the forecheck. Good job harassing his player, and he does a good job enough for Bryden to get the puck. Tried to make a move. Went off the skate of the Monument player. Kai still hustling after the puck. Pushes that one deep. Monument flings it hard all the way around. Larry can't quite keep it at the blue line, and it comes out to neutral. Pass to Rhett, I believe. He passes it up to Kai, slides it forward past the ref, and chases it down. Fires a shot from an odd angle, high over the goalie's head. Larry sends that one back towards the slot. Intercepted. Monument clears it hard down the ice, and that should go for icing. 3:45 left in the first period. 1:19 left with 4-on-4 hockey. All right, Trace on the face-off. Poked back towards our blue line, but now it deflects out to neutral. Flip to the far side. Larry's got to chase this one down. Nudges his guy out of the way, nudges another guy out of the way, and Larry comes away with it. Centering pass is behind Zach, and that's unfortunate because that's an icing on us. 3:09 left in the first period, 43 seconds left in 4-on-4 hockey. Trace in the face-off, wins it clean to the near boards. Poked up to neutral, see if that's too hard. If that's going to go for icing, and it will. We'll do it again on our defensive zone. And this is Ilya with it. Centering pass gets caught up in some skates, and Monument takes it away. They flip it in deep, and we'll chase after it. That's Nolan going after it. We're under 3 minutes left in the first period. Pushed up the boards. Monument has it. Whiffs on that attempt, but then pushes it deep. Ilya will go back for it. Slides it up the boards to Trace. Monument keeps it deep in that corner. Now it comes out to neutral. Monument gets it. They'll maintain possession momentarily, but now Ilya with it, chases it down, flips that with his backhand into the zone, and Trace goes after the puck. Now here's a short power play for Monument. Down to 10 seconds left in the power play for Monument. We're down to 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first period. And now the power play over. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Poked forward and on sides, but now deflects back out to neutral. Good play by Ilya to step forward on that one. Bouncing puck all over the place. Tyler comes away with it. Tries to step around the defender, but can't get through. And here comes Monument back the other way, but swept off of the puck by Helen, I believe. Now he fights for it along the boards. Pushed all the way down. No ice. 1:30 left in the first period. Still 1-0 Monument. Flung behind the boards, and Monument will get there first. Sends it back behind the boards. Tyler will get to it. Pushes it, but intercepted by Monument. And now Kellen with it. He gets a little head of steam. He'll get by the defender, but good poke there. Breaks it up, then he's tripped and shoved into the boards. No call. Cole stepping forward, pokes that one deep. Good step by him. Jumps over Carson's stick. Tyler with a little bit of pressure. Now Larry with it. Tries to fling that one towards the net. Now does, floating around in the crease, but then poked out of harm's way. Cole with it, bounces off a shoulder. Pass to the far side, deflected behind Tyler. He gets it again, sends that one back towards the crease, but intercepted. 40 seconds left in the first period. Sent all the way down. Wholesale line change for Monument. Passed up to Larry. He centers that pass, and that will find Colin. Puck pinballing around. Colin shoves his guy out of the way and then gets the puck and sends it back with 15 seconds left in the first period. Centering pass finds Bryden. He dumps it in with his backhand and a chase after. We're down to 10 seconds. Bryden with it. Centering pass to the crease, but we were making a line change and no one was there. Christian with it. Doesn't know how much time's left. We're down to the final seconds. Held on a little too long. 1-0 Monument after one. All right, here we go. Second period. Bryden on the faceoff, wins it cleanly. Here's Rhett with it. He pushes it up the boards. Kai fighting for it along the boards here with Rhett. Bryden comes away with it. Makes a move at the blue line. Slides that one towards the net. Deflected on net. Rebound attempt didn't get through. Kai pushes it up to the blue line. That's Kellen at the point. Fires a shot. Goal! Hard wrister from the point, beats the goalie, and it's 1-1, 13:32 left in the second period. Bryden will do it again, just 28 seconds into the second period. Kellen pushes that up the boards, deflects off of the referee, and then push deep. Monument has to chase after it. And now they'll break out. 2-on-1 developing. Rhett hustling to try and help as he goes to the far post. Nolan forces his guy to the corner. Good defense there by Nolan. One-timer intercepted by Bryden. Tries to poke it up towards the blue line, but intercepted there momentarily. Now that's Christian, I think, with it. He pushes it up to Kai, and we got a breakaway. Here's Kai with it. Shot blocker save. Christian on the rebound. Pushes it to the corner, bounces over Bryden's stick. Kai chasing after it. Kept in at the blue line by Rhett. Gets it to Christian. Pushed off of his stick into the corner. Christian with it, I believe. I can't see very well. Yes, that is Christian, but now taken away. And here comes Monument back the other way. But a penalty coming up. Penalty coming up on Monument. Interference. Hawks will get their second power play of the game. 1-1, 12:31 left in the second period. Trace on the face-off. Bouncing amongst all the legs and sticks in there, and the Hawks will come away with it. Good pass to Zach. Couldn't quite control it, but he has it now. Spins around, sends it back to Larry. Slap shot, gets through. Got through clean, but a good stick save by the goalie. Trace with it. Fires that one on net, and he stick save up into his own glove. 20 seconds into this power play. Larry with it, sends that one for the net. Good deflection by Trace, but a good save as the goalie was right there. Perfect deflection, but just couldn't get by the goalie. Zach wraps his guy up, but Monument's still with it. Sends it out towards the blue line, and now taken away by Monument. A 1-on-2 back the other way. And he manages to get a shot off. Stick save by Sachin. Here's Ilya with it. 1:10 left in the power play for the Hawks. Ilya still with it. Skates it into the zone, but Trace tried to drag his foot and was dragged just off sides. .107 left in the Hawks power play. Face off one. Cole sends that one behind Tyler, but into the zone. Tyler races for it in the corner, fighting for it, still has it, sends it behind the net to Carson. Looking through the crease, sent it through a little too fast, couldn't quite be controlled there. That shot deflected on net. Now Carson taken down from behind. Colin, I think, can't tell who that is with them out there. There's Cole with it. That's Colin. Now centering pass. Tyler reaches a stick for it, but can't quite get it. Now Colin with it. We're down to 30 seconds left in the power play. Nolan looking for number 2. That shot stick save into the corner. Colin chases after it. But now they're going to be able to break out. 1-on-1 back the other way. That's Cole racing back with a little help. Sachin covers that up. Freezes it with 17 seconds left in the power play. 10:48 left in the second period. Five fresh skaters for the Hawks. Bryden on the face-off, controlled by Monument. One-timer from the high point there, or from the high slot. Good outlet pass to Kai, bounces off of his stick, and it's a foot race. Kai loses his stick, has to stop and retrieve it as Monument recovers it. Kept in by Ilya on the far side. The power play is over. We're back to even strength. 10:27 left in the second period. Hawks still control it. Christian one-timer to Kai, had a one-timer, sent it wide of the net on the pass from Christian. Send into the corner. Kai fighting for it. Sent out to the blue line and gets by Rhett, and here comes Monument back the other way. 2-on-1 with Rhett hustling back. One time, Rister from the circle goes over the net. Ilya fighting for it in the corner. Send all the way through. And now Kai has a little bit of time. Now he runs out of time, sends it to the far side. Ilya with it. Centering pass, a good one to Bryden. He gets a little speed. Guy takes him out, but he still has the puck. Couldn't get a good pass off. Hawk still with it. Flip it back into the corner. That was Christian. Now sent all the way around to Zach. Centering pass can't get through. Now pushed out to the point. Ilya sends it deep again. That's Zach with it from his knees. Pushes it back behind the net. Wraparound attempt by a Christian. Now pass over to the far side, and Trace is able to bury it. Christian didn't get that wraparound attempt. It was a good save by the Monument goalie. It came right back to him. He pushed it to the far side of the blue paint, and Trace buried it. 2-1 Hawks. 9:11 left in the second period. Trace on the faceoff, wins it clean. Back to Rhett. He flips it across the center ice line, but Monument intercepts, and they'll skate that one back into the zone. Can't see what's going on. Now Trace with it, hits the brakes, comes back this way, passes it up to Zach. Pushed back into the zone, offsides. Trace on the face-off again, wins it clean. Here's Nolan with it. In the corner, 2 Monument players on him, but now Trace comes in to help out and flips it to the far side. Larry tries to chase it down and does. Pokes out and towards center. Zach hustling in will get this puck. Trace is open in the center. If Zach can get it to him, he does. Just a little underneath him. He got a shot off, but a good save by the Monument goalie. Keeps it 2-1. Good work there. Good work there by Zach and Trace. This one pushed all the way down. They'll wave off icing. Larry pushes it up the boards. Here's Trace with it. Deflected. Now sent out to neutral, where a Monument player is waiting for it. Flips out and towards the blue line. Intercepted by the Hawks. Here's Zach with it. Steps around one defender and will dump it in and go for a change. Under 8 minutes left in the second period. 2-1 Hawks. Intercepted by Carson, but then swept out and now pushed out to neutral by Monument. Here they come. 1-on-2. The players hustling, sent towards the net. Sachin scoops that one up and freezes it. 7:36 left in the second period. Monument pushes that one deep. There's Cole with it. Gets poked off of his stick. Good pass out front at the blue line. That one deflects wide of the net. Kept at the blue line, but now deflects off a skate. Cole has to wrap his guy up. Can't get a shot off, but he comes away with the puck. Circles around. That one deflected. Backhander sent towards the net. Sachin had to make a save. Now that one deflects and trickles on net, and Sachin smothers it and freezes it. 7:04 left in the second period. Defensive zone faceoff comes on net, sticked aside by Sachin. Bryden pushes that one over, and now flipped up the boards by Christian. Kai hustling after it, trying to get around his guy, harassing him from behind, but Monument gets it out towards the blue line. Christian keeps it in and pushes it deep. Centering pass intercepted, pushed out to Rhett. He keeps it at the blue line, but now deflects out to neutral ice. Here comes Monument again. Barely stays on side. That one deflects into the corner. Bryden chases after it. Kai takes it away on the far side. Didn't get all of that one, but Larry goes right to Larry. He passes it up to Christian. He slides it up to Bryden. Centering pass. Kai was not there, had to race in, but a little too late. Christian fighting for it along the boards. It's kept in, sent towards the net. It goes wide of the net. And a 5-player change for Monument. Kai swept off of his feet, no call, as that one's pushed all the way down. Bryden pushes it again deep, but Monument comes away with it.
Go!
And here they come the other way, a 2-on-3. Almost broken up, but then got a good wrister off, and Sachin had to make another save. A 2-on-3, managed to get a good shot off. Centering pass right through the blue paint. But no one was home. And now Hawks break back out with the interference there. The goalie had to play that when that one deflects out to neutral. Here comes Monument back the other way. Bouncing puck. And they're going to get another power play. This penalty is going against... That's Larry going to the box. Roughing call coming up on the Hawks. Another power play for Monument. They scored on their first one. Colin to take this face off. Nolan wins it. Gets it to Tyler. He flips it softly up through neutral. Slow down, puck. It's right on net, so no icing call. Goalie plays it. Colin deflects that one, and it comes back to our blue line. Nolan tries to get it by, and it deflects into the bench. 1:41 left in the power play for Monument. 5 minutes left in the second period. 2-1 Hawks. Colin on the face-off. Nolan retrieves it. Pushes it up the boards. Tyler gets to it. But kept at the blue line, just barely. Tyler harassing his player. Now Nolan steps in, but stays on the stick briefly for Monument. And now they retrieve it behind the net. Still with it. Colin got a stick on that. Now Nolan harassing. Pushes it up. Colin deflects that one, but kept in at the blue line. Centering pass deflected and comes to Cole. He'll flip that one off of Tyler's back, but then gets it back and pushes it up to Colin, who's just barely onside. Sends that one high and wide of the net. Tyler hustles after it and just by him. But kept in at the blue line by Nolan. Tyler tries to take it away and does. He sends that odd angle off the post. 45 seconds left in the Monument power play. Skates that one in on sides and goes for a change. Nolan has to go chase this one down. Smothers it up against the boards, trying to kill a little time. We're down to 32 seconds left in the power play. Nolan doing a good job of holding up. Flipped off the boards. And now that one's almost kept in, but there's a hand pass. 19 seconds left in the power play. We'll have a center ice face-off after that hand pass. $19 seconds left in the power play. Carson on the face-off. Fights for it with three Monument players. Bounces back to Rhett. Tries to shovel it forward, but got caught up underneath him. But now it finds Christian. Gets across center ice and dumps it in. That'll do it for the power play for Monument. Carson fighting for it behind the net. Gets shoved from behind. No call. Now Christian with it. Looking for help. Tried to send it back to Carson, but intercepted and pushed out to neutral. Here's Ilya chasing it down. Spins around and sends it back to the far side. That's Carson with it. May have pushed that. Nope. They're going to say no icing. We're down to 3 minutes left in the second period. Good hustle by Christian to get to this puck. Monument player laying on it. Oh, Christian poked it aside and flung it through the crease, and Carson was there to get it home. We'll say that was a pass. Might have been a wraparound attempt, but he'll get the assist either way. Carson with the goal. 3-1 Hawks. 2:51 left in the second period. Face off one back strong into our defensive zone. Rhett fires that one off the boards. Now intercepted by the Hawks. And here's Kai with it. A 2-on-1 developing if they can hustle. Monument players hustling back. Deflected pass. Trying to get it to Christian, but deflected off a stick. Now back out to neutral. Pushed off the boards. Comes all the way back to Ilya again. He'll take his time. Just gets that one barely by the Monument player. Kai deflects that one into the zone, avoids the check. Bryden, a slap shot, or wrister, might have deflected wide off the Monument stick. Sent behind the boards. Bryden will chase after it. Spins around, hands it off to Christian. Bryden open in the middle. That shot, good save by the Monument goalie. He had Kai sitting on the far post, took the shot, and it required a great save by Monument to keep it 3-1. Waves off the icing. Ilya pushes that one up the boards. Now Christian with it. He steps around one guy. Kai had it. Kai one-touched it to him, and then Christian got it again. Here's a good pass from Christian, who drew a penalty. Got it to Bryden, spun around at the backhander, and just sent it barely wide of the net. But the Hawks will get another power play here with 2:40 left in the second period. Up 3-1. Trace on the face-off. Got caught up under the ref. Zach with it, gets it poked off of his stick, but still fighting for it. Now I think that's Kellen. Good, had a passing attempt, kind of whiffed on it, but then got it back and got a good shot off from right in front. But another good save, keeps it 3-1. Hawks on the power play here. 1:48 left in the power play. 2:28 left in the second period. Trace on the face-off. Zach pokes that one forward. Kellen with it. Back to Zach. Trying to play around the ref, and it bounced off his skate. Nolan kept it at the blue line briefly, but now Monument able to take that away. Kellen hustles back to disrupt that play, and now Larry with it behind the net. Good forecheck by Monument here, down to 1:25 left in the power play. Pushes it deep again. Now Nolan will have it and regroup. Now here's Kellen with it. That's way offsides. Carson on the face-off, wins it clean to this near side. Colin chases it down, gets shoved from behind, but still chases after it. He's got it behind the net with a little speed. Spins around, hits the brakes. He's got Tyler on the far side, but that pass deflected right into the slot, and Monument skates it away. Now, quick skater comes in and takes it. Larry takes it away from him briefly, but then pushed back into the corner. We're down to 45 seconds left in the power play. Tyler passes that one up to Colin. He skates it into the zone. Flips that one nicely to Tyler. Shovels it across. One-timer to Carson. Just went wide of the net. Goalie might have gotten a piece of that. Great try there by the Hawks. Tyler retrieves it in the neutral zone, but we're way offsides. And they're going to send this one all the way down with 24 seconds left. All right, Bryden on the defensive zone faceoff wins it and has a big win here with 20 seconds left in our power play. Kai streaking forward, has to stay on sides. There's Christian with it, shot save, bounces high in the air, the rebound, and they're going to say that was played with a high stick. Bryden just barely tipped that puck, I guess, and they call him for a high stick. Played the puck with a high stick, no penalty, but they're going to send it all the way down again. That'll pretty much do it with 10 seconds left in the power play, 50 seconds left in the second period. Face off one back. That's Cole with it. Flips it around. There's Ilya with it. And now to Christian. 2-on-1 coming the other way. Here's Bryden with it. He's got Kai. Fires a wrister glove save. 35.7 seconds left in the second period. Power play's over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Bryden on the face-off, bounces off the referee's skate. There's Ilya with it. Shoves that one off the boards. Christian with it. Steps around a guy. Skates in and flips a backhander over the glove of the Monument goalie to make it 4-1 with 25.6 seconds left in the second period. Riding on the face-off. Monument pushes that one into the zone, off the boards, slid across to Cole. Off the boards up to Kai, who slides that one deep into the zone. 14 seconds left in the period. Riding with it. See if we can grab one more. Centering pass to Christian. It's deflected. Christian chases it down. We're down to 5 seconds. Kai shoves his guy into the boards, and he's just content to freeze it along the boards and end this second period. A good one for the Hawks as they get 4 goals in the second period to take a commanding 4-1 lead. All right, Trace on the face-off. One back by Monument. Slides that one towards the offensive zone, and he'll skate that in. Fires it towards the net. Didn't really fire that one so much. Floated the softball towards Sachin. He gloves it and freezes it 10 seconds into the third period. Monument wins the face-off. Fires that wrister from the point. Sachin had to make a save. That one thrown into the crease, deflected right on net, and Sachin had to make a good save. A couple of opportunities here for Monument early in the third period. No reason to give up one here early. There's still plenty of time left. Face-off won by Monument. Throws it into the corner. Larry shoves his guy from behind, but Monument sends it out towards the blue line. Kept in and sent towards the net, but deflected off of Trace's leg. Now sent behind the net again. Monument still with it, sends it into the crease. Sachin had to make a stick save, and then it bounced up, it looked like, and he had to knock that one down. Monument still keeps it in the zone. Trace tried to skate away with it, but Monument retrieved that loose puck, and now Larry with it. Flips a backhander. Zach had it momentarily on the boards, and now Kellen with it. He's got Trace momentarily cherry picking on the far blue line, but couldn't quite get it to him. Here's Zach with it. Flips that one up towards Trace. Kellen couldn't quite control that one, and they flip it back into our defensive zone. That one flipped high or directly into our net, or into our bench. Right into Anders' head. All right, Carson on the face-off. Nolan pushes it up the boards. Carson and Kellen helping out. Passed it back to Nolan. Throws it out towards neutral. Now Tyler hustling after it on the forecheck, but thrown behind the net just before he can get there. But Tyler with a head of steam. He and Carson tracked that down and then pushed deep by Ilya. Centering pass found Carson. He spun around to the backhander, but sent it wide of the net. Nolan keeps that one in at the blue line. Now Carson deflects it back to Colin. He finds Tyler, but he couldn't quite handle that pass. Gets it back, tries to get around the defender and loses it, but Ilya keeps it in at the blue line. Carson and Tyler keep it deep. Colin's a big hit in the corner, but now Monument able to break out. 11:45 left in the second period. Good poke right at the blue line. Who's going to the box? Carson is going to the box. And on a retaliation, a Monument player is going to the box. Penalty on each team. They'll stay 5-on-5 hockey. You see how long they're on the bench. They might have given them majors on those. They dropped the puck while the ref's still explaining that one to our coaches. Rister saved by Sachin. Rebound right in front. He jumps on top of it and freezes it. 11:37 left in the third period. 4-1 Hawks. Riding on the face-off. Monument keeps it along the boards. Flips it behind the net. Cole chasing after it. Tries to push that one up the boards. Monument takes it away. Deflection comes right back to him. Tries to hand it off. He did. Right to Christian. Defender for Monument fell, but Christian just dumps it in. Bryden chases after it. Centering pass finds Christian. One-timer save. Another one-timer, Bryden to Christian. Couldn't get that one by him. Bryden still with it. Sends it behind the net. Christian goes after it. Loses it in the corner on the bouncing puck. Kai comes in, squeezes in between the two defenders. Christian off his stick, or off his skate, and couldn't handle it. And Monument breaks out slowly, dumps it on net, and Sachin covers it up. 10:45 left in the third period. 4-1 Hawks. Trace on the face-off. Nolan gets it behind the net, flips it up the boards. Kellen deflects it by the defender and chases after it. A 3-on-1 for the Hawks, if he can get to this. He does. Passes that one off the side of the net. Trace with it. But Monument gets it out of harm's way. Now Nolan with it. He skates through. Lays that one towards Zach. Trace with it. but deflected off a skate and then thrown out of harm's way. Nolan with it, sent back towards the slot. Monument players in the way. Kellen now with it. Slides that one around the boards. Trace gets a stick in there. Now to Zach. He spins around, gets it back to Trace. He absorbs a hit in the corner, and he drew a penalty. Not sure that was a penalty, but we'll take it. 9:59 left in the third period. He's going to go for a cross check. $9:59 left in the third period. Hawks on the power play. That one's sent all the way down, and that's probably going to have enough steam for icing. No, they don't call it. Not sure why. Cross the line. So what if it was going slow? We weren't there. Nolan skates that one on, hands it off, but deflected aside, and it's a mini breakaway, but they couldn't decide who wanted it. Now Hawks players getting back. That shot off the side of the net did not go in. But now Rhett with it in the corner. But Monument keeps that one behind the net. Nolan shoves his guy into the boards. Monument still with it, but now taken away by the Hawks. I think this is Trace with it. 2-on-1 back this way. Here's Trace with it still. Looking for some help. Takes his time. Holds on to the puck. Goes behind the net. Now a centering pass towards Kellen. Couldn't get a good stick on it. Monument broke it up. Now Kellen sends that one just by Trace in the corner. Now here's Zach with it. He's got time. Cole back to Zach, but just a little too far in front of him with a good poke, and he takes it back. Now fighting for it in the corner. 46 seconds left in the power play for the Hawks. Trace with it. Goes around the near side, passes it out to Ilya. He winds up a wrister, deflects off a Monument stick. Now Trace pokes that one back in the slot. He still has it. Goes to the far side, slides it back to Cole. He pushes it back to Trace. Steps through sent the puck between the legs of the Monument defender and went around him, but couldn't control it, and now Monument clears it. Flips that one all the way down. Why is that not icing? I don't know why that's not icing. He wasn't even close to the center ice line. It's 2 icings they let him get away with. One-timer slap shot on net with 8 seconds left in the Hawks power play. Face-off control by Monument, but he goes down, but he took out Colin and his stick. Or no, is that Colin? Yeah, it's Colin. Now slid forward. This is Tyler with it. Reaches for it. Gets a little head of steam. Tries to get around the player. They wanted a penalty on Tyler as the stick got stuck underneath Tyler's armpit. And they sent that one out to the slot. And who are they going to give credit to that goal? I think that's going to be Bryden on the goal. Bryden on the face-off win. 5-1 Hawks. 7:40 left in the game. Larry with it, up the boards, deflects off the top of the rail, but not into the bench. Now Bryden with it, throws it behind the net. Nolan up to Tyler, but couldn't control it. Pushed out towards the blue line, but not out. Nolan plays that one off the boards, and another penalty coming up. This one, I think, is going against the Hawks. Calling a roughing. I don't even think he meant to do that. I think he was just skating. 7:16 left in the game. Monument will go on a 2-minute power play. Riding on the face-off. Rhett shoves his guy into the corner. Into the board. Centering pass didn't get through. But taken back, Sachin had to make a save from close range to keep it 5-1, 10 seconds into the power play. 7:06 left in the game. Kai on the face-off. He won it. Now flipped up, he'll retrieve it. Gets it to Christian, but a little too hard. Goes off of his stick. Monument recovers and tries to dump it in deep, but Ilya got in the way. But now they push it deep. Kai sends that one hard all the way around the boards. Monument from the point. Whiffs on that shot. And here's Kai. He's tripped. And there will be a penalty coming up on Monument. Kai had an opportunity. The Monument player dove for the puck and took Kai out for a tripping penalty. 6:45 left in the game. So it'll be 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute and 29 seconds. Kai on the face-off. Wins it back. Over to Ilya. He winds up a wrister. Christian looking for the deflection. Good blocker save by the Monument goalie. Christian still with it in the corner. Now here's Kai with it. Pushes that one all the way across. Got by the Monument player, and Rhett just barely keeps it in the blue line. Now Kai with it. Flips that one off the boards. Monument player retrieves it. Good centering pass. He's wide open in the middle, but good recovery by Ilya to get in the way. And now Rhett with it. 55 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. Rhett gets it to Christian. He fires that one across, deflects off a Monument stick. Here's Ilya with it. He flips that one softly into the zone. Kai chases after it. And then pushes it back behind the net. Christian there by himself. Now gets into the forecheck. Good centering pass by Christian. Just barely missed Kai. And then offsides. And now we've got a rolling clock. I think with a 4-goal differential, it's supposed to be a rolling clock, but they just started doing that now. Kellen to take this neutral zone face-off. 7 seconds left in the 4-on-4 hockey. Cole pushes that one back. And now the Hawks have a brief power play. 28 seconds left in our short power play. Monument with it, but Cole stepped in the way and broke that up. And here comes Trace back the other way with a little speed. Steps around the defender. 2-on-1, but good play by the defender. They break that one up, kept at the blue line by Cole. Now here's Trace with it again. Looking for the pass, but good play by the Monument defender to get in the way of that again. Now he's shoved off the puck. Sends it back to Larry. He fires that one just wide of the net. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Centering pass, couldn't quite get it to Zach. Now Monument comes back the other way. Taken off the puck by a couple of Hawks players and loses it to Larry behind the net. That pass bounces off a skate right to Trace. He slides that one forward to Kellen. Steps around the defender, but a little too slow bringing it off the blue line. Over the blue line, we're offsides. 4:15 left on a rolling clock. 5-1. Riding on the face-off. Tyler tries to kick it into the zone. Couldn't quite do it. Scrum on the boards here, right underneath us. Monument comes away with it. Flips that one up towards our blue line. Rhett throws a stick at it. Gets by him. He'll chase it down. Shoves his guy into the boards, but Monument still possesses it. Throws it right through the slot. And here's a breakaway for Bryden if he can hustle. Oh, no, that's Colin. Couldn't quite get there fast enough. Monument back the other way, but they were too slow getting back on sides. 3:15 on a rolling clock, third period, 5-1 Hawks. Face-off comes to this near side. Nolan has to get it and pokes it up to neutral. Tyler tries to slide it forward, but Monument comes away with it. Skates it in the zone. That shot deflects off of Nolan's leg, but right back to a Monument player, and then he throws it off all the way through the slot. Fires that one from the point. Knocked down. That one goes off a skate, and Colin pushes it just underneath Bryden. Monument comes away with it, but the bouncing puck comes to Tyler. 1-on-3 back the other way with Bryden hustling. Gets around a defender. Fires that one, odd angle, stick save, and then pushed up against the net, and they'll freeze it. We're under 2 minutes left in the game. Trace on the face-off, wins it clean, back to Ilya, fires that one wide in the net. Cole hustles in, another penalty coming up against Monument. Cheap shot on the left side. Kellen takes his guy out. Trace with it now. As things are getting chippy, and now they'll whistle the play dead with 1:30 left in the game. Another Monument player going to the box. .120 left in the game. Rolling clock. We'll have a power play the rest of the way unless we get a goal. Here's Trace. Gets it to Kai, but poked off of his stick out to neutral. Cole has to hustle back. Sent up towards Christian, but just out of his reach. Bouncing puck finds Kai. He sidesteps a hit and gets thrown into the boards. Christian with it, sidesteps another hit. And another penalty coming up. They're just going to send everyone for every hit. Any contact, they're going to the box. 30 seconds left, rolling clock. That'll mostly do it here. Probably just as well as things getting chippy here in the final minutes. Monument parents just calling for hit 'em, hit 'em, hit 'em, hit 'em. Down to 8 seconds left. Just yelling, hit 'em. Another penalty coming up. Good win. I would have liked to have beaten this team by more, but we'll take it 5-1. Hawks escaped this weekend with one victory. Next game up for the Hawks will be, let's see, I would tell you, but my phone is dead. Next weekend, I think we have 2 games next weekend. Thank you. All right, enjoy the rest of your weekend. No game tomorrow.